So I'm going to show you how I created this interesting texture here in this semi-abstract landscape. If you bring it a little closer so you can see. I did this by using acrylic inks in conjunction with my watercolor, and this is something I often do to create interesting textures I love painting semi-abstract landscapes and just stretching the boundaries of watercolors. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and you'll be able to use it in your landscapes to create interesting textures in your mountains, in hills, in rocks, in whatever it is that you want to paint to create a little bit of texture. So now I have my piece of paper, and this is Archer's hot press paper. I love painting on hot press paper because the colors sit right on top of the paper, and the colors for me are more vibrant. And I'm using Perylene Green by Daniel Smith. I love Daniel Smith colors. They're just so vibrant, and I love having drama in my paintings and lively colors. So I love using their colors. I do use Winsor & Newton also for certain things. But this is a quinacridone and burnt orange, by the way. And then for the sky, I believe I did a very pale Perylene Green. And since I'm not going to worry about the sky too much because we're talking more about granulation, that painting that I showed you earlier was a painting I did many years ago, and it's sold already, so I was just showing you a print of it. Now I'm going to take my Daler Rowney Artist Acrylic ink, and this is the color Sepia. Give it a good shake and just put a little bit, because when the acrylic ink meets the watercolor, it flares out because they're sort of almost incompatible with each other, but that gives you interesting results. So now I'm going to take my Winsor & Newton granulation medium, put some in a dropper like this my little dropper, and I'm going to tilt the painting and run the granulation medium into the acrylic ink and get some interesting results. Now look at that. You see, look at that lovely granulation there. And I'm going to leave some of the dark ink where it is. Because I like that too. I'm just going to give it a little spritz at the bottom here, just to give it some more interest. And well, for that painting I also used in the Rowney acrylic inks called Purple Lake, and I just did a little bit, a teeny bit for interest in the, and you can put it anywhere really, and I just let that run. I'm not going to put granulation medium in it or anything, but it just creates some more color interest in the painting. You can add whatever color you want. You can use whatever color you want in the landscape. You don't have to use, I'm not a realist painter. I love painting semi-abstract landscapes. You can create much more interesting, in my view, landscapes by experimenting with color. So I'm taking the sepia ink again, and I'm putting it up into the sky to get some twigs and so on, and bring it down here to give it some foundation. And I'm going to take my spray bottle and just lightly, very lightly spritz to get some interesting textures going there as well. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, you can add some more. And while it's still wet, you can also take away if it's spread too much, add some more of the orange. So, you know, it's really, you can do just about anything. And the other interesting thing is when these inks dry, they're fast and they don't lift because they're acrylic. So you can paint over them with watercolors if you find your watercolors have faded too much, and you can retouch your painting. So this is just a little card size 5x7, maybe a good one to experiment on and see what you can get. When this is dry, I'll probably put some cerulean blue in the sky and use it as a birthday card for someone. I'm kind of pleased the way it came out, so I just wanted to show you a little close-up. It's not dry yet, but you can see the interesting textures there. And I'm just going to put up a few paintings that I did with acrylic ink so that you can see how I used them. So have fun and experiment, experiment, experiment.